Okay, welcome back to a brand new video on the goddamn internet, and today we're gonna be talking about a new first-hand witness coming out. Ross Colt has spoken of him. He's came out in support of Jake Ball, but guys, it's just all spilling out. First-hand witnesses. You get a first-hand witness. You get a first-hand witness. It's like Oprah handing out free first-hand witnesses, guys. And we're here covering all of it, every angle, every individual, every aspect of this. And we're going to be the fastest growing channel, commentary channel on the UFO topic real soon. So make sure you subscribe, notifications on. You got to join this early because the loyal ones will benefit greatly, right? And please leave a like, show your support for this kind of content. Share this helps the absolute most. And without further ado, get your snacks, get your popcorn, because today we're going to be checking out some insane shit. And stay till the end because it gets good. So
today, it's Lieutenant Colonel John Blitch. He was another of the interviewees who strongly backed the credibility of our primary interviewee in that story, Jake Barber. Colonel Blitch has an impressive CV. He's a former Pershing II nuclear missile battery commander, a Special Forces detachment commander, and he was a troop commander at the Combat Applications Group, otherwise known as Delta Force, one of the most elite units in the US military. For those who are unfamiliar, Delta Force is a top Tier 1 Special Mission Unit along with the Navy's DevGRU, that's the SEAL Team 6, and the US Air Force's 24th Special Tactics Squadron. It's very rare to get someone with a Delta Force background speaking on the record and willing to step forward, like Colonel Blitch. John's also been a program manager at DARPA, the Defence Advanced Research Projects Agency, developing an expertise in artificial intelligence and tactical mobile robotics, as well as advanced camouflage systems for the individual warfighter. He holds a bachelor's degree in environmental engineering, a master's degree in math and computer science, and a second master's degree and doctorate in cognitive psychology. This is not some ordinary grunt. He's an open-minded cognitive scientist who also served as a visiting professor at the US Air Force Academy, as well as a consultant for the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, NASA, and other agencies. And as you'll hear today in this full interview, he also has a forthcoming book on the abduction phenomenon, in which he tells the story of his own encounter with non-human intelligences, NHI. Here's Colonel John Blitch.
as you can see, this person is very credible, very high standing in the military. But he's monetizing off this with his book. So conflict of interest in a way, but still very credible, so it might be worthwhile to listen to what he has to say. He's in the circle with Jake Barber. Yeah, so he's on the front lines. Jake Barber picked up the SEC, and he went on Jesse Michaels recently, so definitely make sure to check that out. This is just all coming together, all this news. Yo, there's too many stuff happening. I don't even have time to make all the content. Guys, this is such a good time to be enjoying this type of content. The nature of reality is shifting the whole time, new information coming out.
John, if you have been abducted, and if there is a non-human intelligence, it's not inconceivable that one day you might actually get the opportunity to meet your abductors.
I already did. A tall, 7-ish foot praying mantis looking being was upset with me and was
this
chastising me.
This was during one of your abduction events?
This is right around the same time as this mountain bike incident. It was the environment that I thought it was in my bedroom on the third floor of a split level house, and it came through a sliding screen door. There was a deck out there, 3 stories up, no stairs down, and just walked right through the door, was standing over me. And again, I was terrified, frozen, paralyzed to the bed. And I got a male presence vibe from this being. And he's just looking at me very intently and explaining to me, look, this body that you got, it is just a soul housing group. It's a brain housing group.
Very interesting observations indeed. We are a meat suit. We are a consciousness, an AI, an AGI trapped in this meat suit. And there's been a lot of referrals to it as us being containers. I think that's Lou Elizondo specifically, and or most specifically. And this guy expands on it a little bit. And so he's speaking of transmedium travel, where these UAP or objects, right, that are unknown, travel through things, through mountains, through water, without having any considerations of aerial travel, water travel, through objects travels. Like, it's pretty insane. I think it goes back to the topic of this craft generating a field around it that takes it out, like no clips. You guys remember those old school games on PC? You open the console and type no clip, and you just move through everything, and you can see the out of bounds and all that fucking weird stuff. Really interesting to think about.
It is just a machine that your soul occupies for this lifetime. And so, yeah, we're going to mess with it. We're going to get up under the hood and we're going to adjust the carburetor, right? I had just dated myself there. We may swap a couple of parts out, but we can't steal you. We can't steal your soul. We can't steal your consciousness. So quit screaming and writhing around and let us do our frickin' job. And it's like the equivalent of a surgeon telling the patient, stop squiggling, just like the veterinarian to my Labrador Retriever. Hold him down, for crying out loud. I gotta be able to check this tendon. And so I got that very condescending and vigorous instruction. But here's the thing. As proof, there was this image that he put him, and it was terrifying. His mandibles that were kind of behind like a casing or a shell opened up, and he starts grabbing chunks of my cheek, and he's ripping it, and there's blood spattering on the wall. And I'm feeling the tug, and I'm feeling this flesh, and the whole time he is conveying to me, see, we can't get your soul. We could do a lot of damage to your body if we want to. We don't.
Okay, so this has been in a little bit of conflict with what I believe or used to. I'd say right now I'm more of a simulation theory believer or agnostic, if I want to make it really simple, right? But I also think this is most likely, but I choose to believe the agnostic part. But it's most likely that we're just like animals. We just evolved a little bit too much by eating mushrooms that grew from shit, and our minds expanded and we got a little too smart, self-conscious, and nature developed the first AGI, and now we're trying to recreate ourselves with AI, neural nets, and all this kind of stuff, right? And it's a really interesting journey. We've achieved a lot as a species, but it seems we're not the dominant species around here, right? So
we're trying to help you, but this is how bad it could get. So stop squiggling around and let us get this done.
Was that physical damage to your cheek real?
No, I felt the tugging, and I had the visual, again, a false fuzzy memory.
Okay, so it seems like these telepathic beings or agents, I don't know if the agents can do this, these psionic agents, but at least these psionic entities or entities within the psionic realm um, can show you what they can and imagine doing to you as a form of intimidation, right? So that's really interesting. I've also heard a lot of people say if you invoke the name Jesus and then all like these things stop or it gets disrupted, whether that's by belief or self mind control, as if you believe that it has some use, that therefore it does. Like, it's so many things you got to consider. It's so fucking confusing.